balance too.
Oh, yeah. There'll be that, there's that phenom that's coming next year called Bull Bowl. It's the new Bowl's
yeah.
son.
I was going to work.
Yeah, that's Oregon Bowl.
Then going back to K-State Media Day in September, you were out here and you talked about confidence. That was a big thing. And right now, you're one of 2 players in the Big 12 average 15 points and 5 rebounds this season. How does confidence factor into that? And was this about what you expected out of yourself this season?
You know, confidence. I mean, it's the biggest part of the game mentally. So you just got to believe in yourself. I mean, every season has highs and lows, and you can't get too low on yourself in the lows, but you also can't get too high on yourself on the highs. So I'm just trying to stay level-headed, and just play my game, game in, game out. But I expect myself to have a good season. I just didn't know how good. I was trying to really just find my role in the team, kind of. Just if I didn't know if I had to score a lot or just play defense or what had it. But I think I fell into my role pretty nicely here. Score when I can, but just majorly just stay on defense. Keep your mind on defense and get stops, and from there we get into transition, and we're a hard team to beat when we're in transition.
You seem very businesslike, very mature right now. Going back over my notes in September, teammates said that you were serious on the court, but you could also be goofy. How has your carefree demeanor progressed into an all business-like approach this season?
On the court, you just gotta. It's all business out there. You can't really mess around. But off the court, I'm still like to have fun, just mess around and stuff like that. But what's stuff on the court, everything's got to change. You just got to be a basketball player from then on. You just got to be, thinking about the next play. Nothing can get in your mind other than basketball. So. I'm still a goofy person outside the court, but when he gets on the court, it's all business.
What have you learned most about yourself this season?
I feel like I've learned most about myself probably just staying even keeled. When we started playing really well at the beginning, I kind of got a little high on our team, and we can't kind of get too low. I went too low, so I'm just trying to stay even keeled. I didn't know if I could do it, honestly, but that run we went earlier in the Big 12 season, I stayed pretty even keeled the whole time. I think that helped us out a lot.
Is first team all Big 12 a goal of yours?
I don't really know. I don't really think about that kind of stuff. I was just trying to get a good seed in the Big 12 tournament and see where we can go from there. I haven't really actually thought about it at all, but that'd be pretty cool. But, if it happens, awesome. If not, I'm still on the team, still having a good time.
Yeah, I know that. Excuse me. I know the common thing for athletes to say is they don't look at what people are saying on social media. They don't look at projections, things like that. How tough really is it to keep a bunch of college kids from staying off Twitter, from staying off bracketology and seeing all this stuff?
It's tough, but you're gonna see some stuff. It doesn't matter how hard you try. So much media around everything and stuff. You're gonna see a little bit. I've seen some stuff here and there, but you can't believe anything you really see out there. No one knows what the seeds or anything going to be in the tournament or anything. So you just got to stay. You see it, you just got to ignore it sometimes. But everyone's going to see it. So.
When you see a team, I know there's a few teams out there that have similar records to you guys, and yet they might be 5 to 6 seeds projected higher. Is it? I know you guys don't want to listen to that too much, but is it a little depressing? Not depressing, but does it kind of hurt you a little bit, a little disrespect maybe?
It's a little frustrating, but you can't do anything about it. So we're just gonna come out and play our basketball. See if we can show ourselves to a couple more people. Maybe we'll get a couple higher seeds. Who knows? But just gotta ignore it.
The world was kind of revolving around OU and Trae Young when you played him the first time. Is it still that big of a deal in your mind to play him?
Yeah,
in the rematch?
He's a great player, and teams have been doing a great job on him, sending as many bodies that they can at him, and so that he still has the potential to go off for 40, 50 points. So we can't let up at all. Just because they're going through this little downside of the tournament, the season, they're still a great team. We can't take them lightly at all. So we just gotta did what we did last time. Just keeping ball screens and just fly around and be very active on defense.
When you assess your own game, what's been the key to your consistency, you feel like?
I think a lot of it has to do with getting stops on defense and then just running in transition. Those easy points, those easy layups and stuff. really get your confidence up, and then the next shot, you feel like it's going to go in. So, I think it all starts on defensive end, and my teammates are doing a great job of getting out in transition and then finding us bigs running. So.
The last 2 games that caught my eye, you had a career high 9 assists against Iowa State. Then you come back and had a career high 4 blocks last night. How pleased are you with all the different ways you're impacting games?
I'm very pleased. A lot of teams take stuff away, but I mean, assists and like play hard kind of stuff, rebounds, blocks, all that kind of stuff. That's just effort, and I'm just giving as much effort as I can. Shots don't fall every night, so you just got to impact the game in any way you can. So rebounds or assists or whatever I did against Iowa State, and then blocks last night. So I'm just trying to impact the game any way I can.
I know your focus is really narrowed right now, but what kind of steps could you even take heading into next year?
I think the weight room still. I think get a lot stronger. My ball handling can get a lot better, and then I'm thinking in the low post moves, get a few more of those in my bag, and that'll make a huge difference for me. So.
Looking at your size and your numbers, are you coming back to K-State next year?
Oh yeah, for sure. Who knows? But at the end of the season, it just depends on how the season ends, and then I'll talk to coach and see what happens. If they put the name in, you can come back. So it's something I haven't really thought about at all. Just trying to make it through the season, best season we can have. So I haven't really even thought about it honestly. But.
That's something Cam did last year. Did he give you any info about what he learned from that process, putting his name out and then taking it back out?
He said it was a great experience. He learned a lot, and he said I should have done it, but I didn't. He said it was a great thing to do, great experience. So he's advised me to do it again, to do it with him this year, and so who knows what will happen at the end of the season. So
sure.
Maybe not.
Did it surprise you that he was able to come back so fast, Cam?
Yeah, when I was in high school, I broke my foot and did the same thing he did, but I was not back that fast. They put me in like a hard cast and everything, but he came back fast, and he's just as he was before he got hurt. So it's amazing what he's been doing, what like stuff they've been doing with his foot and stuff like that. It's just been kind of pretty cool to see and witness actually.
Is he a pretty tough guy? You think that helps?
Yeah, he's a very tough kid. So I'm sure that helped a ton. They were trying to keep him off his foot, but he wants to play so bad. It's kind of hard for him to not go out there and compete. But the docs are trying to keep him off and stuff. Past couple weeks, and he's itching to get back out there. And finally, he got back out there, and he's back to playing how he was. So.
I was impressed with the number of St. John locals who were waiting for you after the game the other day. What was your reaction when you saw that crowd?
Oh, just makes me smile, makes me happy that people from St. John still support me as they do, and it just means a lot. Through high school, they supported me, and they're still there, so it means a ton to me. It means the world. So.
Do you like being Dean Wade from St. John, or sometimes do you wish you were just Dean Wade?
Oh, I'm Dean Wade, but I'm from St. John. I don't think that's. I really don't like it being like the first thing. Oh, you're from St. John. I like being from St. John, but I also like to be known as just Dean Wade, the basketball player. So.
What was the biggest transition for you going from that small high school to Big 12 basketball?
It's probably the speed of the game, and just athletically, everyone's just as good as you. I knew that coming in, but the speed of it, of the college game from the high school game is insane. So it was hard for me to grasp at the beginning, but I kind of got used to it, thrown in the fire my freshman year. So.
Can a person get starstruck at all by the George Yang and the Perry Ellis and that kind of stuff, growing up in a place like you did and then playing against those guys as a young player?
Yeah, my freshman year, guarding George Yang, I was kind of like, oh. Right. But, he kind of cooked me a few times. So, but once you get out there and you start competing against each other, you just a basketball player, really good basketball player that you're playing against. But, it's fun. It was a good time, good experience for me. So.
Do you ever stop to think about the fact that that's you now to the new players in this league?
Not really. I haven't really thought of it like that. But I guess, George Yang and Perry Ellis, those guys, they were great players. They were doing stuff that I've never done before. So they're just, they're Big 12 all teams. They're great players. And my freshman year, they deserved it. They were great players. And so I don't know if they. they think of me like that or anything, but I'm hoping they do.
Thank you.
Can you recall when things started to turn for you this year, when you really started to figure everything out?
I think right before the Big 12 season, coaches kind of brought me in and said, you just need to be aggressive on everything, defensively, offensively, just be aggressive. And, so that's what I tried to do, and that kind of rolled into Iowa State, and I was hitting some shots that night, and that brought my confidence up a ton. And my teammates were just like, you have to do this, you have to just be that aggressive every night. I know obviously not going to hit that many shots every game, but just being aggressive just changes the game that much for everyone else.